been a bit of a trend in the Minecraft PvP community over the last few years, and that's over who can make the latest, greatest Minecraft PvP client that's packed to the brim with every single PvP mod that will help you win Bed Wars, and also, you know, client-side anti-cheats and stuff like that, and not to mention the fact that it will boost your FPS by at least a factor of 20,000. Now, this all seemed too good to be true for me at first, and to be honest, it was. I really didn't like using PvP clients when they first came out, and I still don't use them. I still prefer to use Forge just because I like choosing all of my mods myself. I know Forge can be intimidating, it's daunting, you don't know where to download the mods, you don't know how to set it up, you don't know how to set up Forge, you're scared of which mods to download, which one's the right version, which one should I get, which version of the mod should I get, which developers are trustworthy. You know, there's way too many questions to ask, so I do understand why Forge is quite scary, and that's why I've always made my mod folder vids, because I want to make Forge as understandable and as openly accessible as possible so more people can experience it. But I know that, like, at the end of the day, mod clients are just like a one-click install and you have like 99% of those mods, so I get the appeal. Now, I haven't touched a single PvP client, Badline, Luna, Cosmic, anything in at least like 2 years because they just weren't cutting it for me. They had like a few basic mods like Toggle Sprint, but you know, the more intricate mods that I wanted, like item physics and things like that, they just weren't available. But obviously, as the competition has grown, there's like so many different mod clients out now that everybody wants the best one, and competition is so good because it's strived every single client developer to listen to their community and to improve them. So now pretty much all of them are packed with almost every single mod you could ever want. I mean, even the Badline client and Luna now come with Skyblock add-ons, despite being mainly for like practice servers and not even Hypixel. So I do respect them for that. There's way more options in PvP clients these days, so I am actually more tempted to give them a try. So today, we're on the Luna client, and it's perfect timing because they actually reached out to me recently asking if I wanted a custom cape, and how could I refuse that? So I came up with this bad boy. I am so happy with how this cape turned out. It's available now on the Luna client. The link will be down in the description to both the client and to buy my cape because, yeah, for real, this cape is just incredible. You'd be supporting Luna and me, and you'd look fly while doing it. Why are you rushing me straight off the bat, bro? This never works when you spawn next to Refraction, but I am loving how much they update the clients these days, though. Like, I haven't touched one in absolutely years, but just hearing from you guys like, oh, they've added this to the Badline client, or this is new on the Luna client or something, it's so cool, and I figured I'd finally actually give it a try. And there are so many more mods in this now than I actually remember there being, and it actually kind of feels like I'm playing on Forge. I mean, I have block overlay, I have item physics, which is one of my favorite mods, but I had to stop using it in Forge because it lagged me. I actually do get a crazy FPS boost. I mean, right now I have 400 FPS, but when I'm not recording, it's like easily 1.5k to 2k FPS. It is actually crazy how much it boosts my FPS. So I'd maybe even be able to do higher FPS recordings and get that juicy motion blur. But sadly, not everything's like entirely perfect. There's still things that I miss that I just wish I could have back from Forge. And I really just want to make a client. I'm half tempted to just make one just to have it exactly like my mod folder, which sounds so dumb. Or just obviously suggest it to the Luna client or the Badline client or something, because I just miss some like really vital things that would just make the client something that I would actually use every day. It's mostly little things that 90% of people probably wouldn't care about, which is why they use the mod clients anyway. But as somebody who's exclusively used Forge since I started PvPing, there's just so many small things that add up that I really do miss when I play on clients like this. For example, my coords mod at the top left, I don't like the way that looks. I love the way my other one looked, and I had to go through so many different coords mods to find the perfect one I wanted. And that's what I like about Forge. You can just go through and find the one that looks best. And another thing, I can't use my potion effects mod in this client because it shows literally every single effect that you get. And in Skywars, whenever you get a kill, you get like 1 billion potion effects, and it's so messy. Whereas on Forge, I found one that lets me exclude potions that I don't want to show. So I only have like strength, speed, and jump boost showing on the side, which is so much cleaner. Another thing is I don't have the quick play mod, so whenever I like win or lose a game, I have to actually go back to the lobby or type a command. Another slight inconvenience. I love playing with this GUI scale because it just suits me. It's perfect. I don't like my screen looking so cluttered with like my hotbar taking up half of my screen, the crosshair being massive, the chat covering my health bar, all that stuff. But I also don't like the trade-off of having a small inventory. So I found a mod that lets me actually have a larger GUI scale while using a smaller GUI, and that was everything that I needed. So you see what I mean? It's all these small little things that stop me from using the clients, but overall they are so much better. I do really like them. I just wish there was like the level of customization available in Forge, and I know like it's a massive ask and would probably never happen, but you know, if like a few small things got patched up, I would actually consider like using this 100% of the time. I mean, I couldn't right now because as you can see in the chat right now, Nick Hyder doesn't work. So literally streaming with this mod would be impossible. See, even recording that guy figured out who I was. I realized that most of what I'm saying is just me really nitpicking, but that's because the truth is, holy, that's like the third B Opera in a row I've run into. At least I was able to actually kill that one. What? No. You don't get to live now, okay, dude. I don't die to the legit player after taking out the flying man. But anyway, most of what I'm saying is really nitpicky because the truth is mod clients are just so difficult to criticize because they are so good. Customization aside, okay, they give you every single PvP mod you could possibly ever wish for that all work completely bug free without having to download a million different things from a million different websites. It's all in one place, and it actually does boost your FPS pretty significantly. So it's actually really difficult to recommend Forge against this thing just for a little bit of customization, because the truth is I can live without most of the small things I was talking about. If they added Nick Hyder, maybe the quick play mod, and obviously the youth mod, but we've talked about it. It might happen. I don't think it's happening with Bad Lion Client, but it might happen with Luna. If they added those things, honestly, I could maybe see myself actually using a mod client, and that's the first time since they've came out that I've actually said those words. It feels like I'm cheating on Forge. It ultimately comes down to preference. I mean, do you want silly things like your avatar next to the coords at the top left and your armor spread around anywhere on your screen rather than having to put it in like specific places in specific orientations and stuff like that? Or do you just want to hop on and PvP and not really care how your game looks? I mean, I guess I care a lot of how my game looks because I am a YouTuber and hundreds of thousands of people actually see how my game looks, so I really want it to look as nice as possible and have all the fanciest mods and stuff. But yeah, I realize that most people don't really care. Either way, the choice will soon be all yours because mod folder v4 is in the works, and I'm doing something special for this one, so it won't be as intimidating as all of my other mod folders, because basically I'm going to give you my config. I'm going to set up the mod folder exactly how I use it and then just give you the config file so you can literally have my mod folder set up exactly as I have it set up without having to do anything, which should be pretty cash money, I'm not gonna lie. But then at the end of the day, you know, you could also just download Luna and have almost everything all at once. It's a debate that will like never really end. Honestly, I don't know if I ever would use mod clients 100% of the time. I am having a good time on this, and you know, I could record in higher FPS and stuff, which is a nice option as a YouTuber, but at the same time, I just love Forge too much, man. I don't know if I could do it. I'm friends with so many developers. I love supporting them. I love supporting their work. I love putting out my own work, and it's all just a mess. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did somehow, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing if you're new around here. And hopefully I will see you all soon. Peace.